Hey everyone, Patrick Sebastian here, performance coach for golf. So I just played another 9-hole round with 5 clubs and a putter. Honestly, these rounds are so enjoyable, I may have trouble going back to a full bag. My goal for this round was to focus on my mental score. The concept of keeping a mental score is part of the Decade Golf program, and here's how it works. As you can see on the scorecard for my recent round, I have my score and my mental score. When I enter my score for the hole, I have to look back on each shot and determine if I was 100% focused for each shot. If I was distracted or indecisive in any way, then I lose a shot for my mental score. At the end of the round, I can calculate my mental score percentage by dividing my mental score by my actual score and multiplying it by 100. So in this 9-hole round, my mental score was 92%. Now that may be good in math class, but if I want my scores to improve on the golf course, that needs to be in the high 90s or even 100%. So let's take a look at hole number 3, where I made a par on this 493-yard par 5, but had a mental score of 4. I also broke one of the Tiger 5 rules on this hole. Let's see if you can guess which one. This is my first round in 2 weeks with the driver back in the bag. I told myself that I wouldn't use it until I found way more consistency on the range, and after some great training sessions with a few swing changes, it was time to test it on the course. So far so good with the driver. I feel way more stable and I've definitely gained a few extra yards. Great drive here, and I have 228 yards to a middle pin, about 217 to carry the big bunker in front of the green. My 7-wood should be enough to get me there. I'm aiming a bit left since most of the trouble is to the right. That was hit higher than expected and I pushed it right. Looks like I'm a bit short and to the right of the green. Though it wasn't the result I wanted, I was 100% focused on that shot, so I still get my mental score point. Quick note here about the mental score. It isn't about execution, it's about focus. You can be focused and not execute, just like you can be distracted and still hit a good shot. Keep that in mind when evaluating your score. Finished right of the green as I thought, and I have a pretty simple 40-yard pitch shot here. The plan is to have it land on the front of the green and let it roll out to the hole. That was poorly executed, but this is also where I lost my mental point. The lack of focus was due to hesitating between 2 different techniques. I was standing over the ball and still wondering if I was making the right choice. I heard Rory McIlroy say in an interview, "I'd rather be decisive and be wrong than be indecisive and be right." In other words, pick a shot, be 100% focused, and if it doesn't work, you'll know for next time. So now I have to get up and down from the rough to save par, with about 40 feet left to the hole, which means I broke one of the Tiger 5 rules, no double chips. Now I need to focus if I don't want to break another Tiger 5 rule, no bogeys on par 5s. That was a great chip. I felt 100% focused on that shot and I executed. I have about 2 feet left for par. Putt was closer to 3 feet. Took my time here and really focused. Made the putt, saved par, and I'm walking away with a mental score of 4 out of 5, 1 broken Tiger 5 rule, but feeling pretty good about bouncing back after a poorly executed shot. Peace.